What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling crew. We were previously the LTQ Wrestling podcast. Let's get right into it. I was working. That's why I didn't have an upload right away. Sorry for anybody who's looking forward to that. John Cena heel turn. It shocked the world. There ain't many people that expected it. Maybe a few, but most are probably lying if they said they expected it because a lot of us thought Cena would never, ever be a heel. And he's a heel. Cody Rhodes, everybody thought maybe he would accept The Rock's offer and sell his soul and everything. He said, F you, Rock. Cena acts like he's happy for him. They hug, they embrace, and he's looking right at Rock. And Rock goes, he does like a two symbol, like across his throat and everything, which is kind of a symbol because he did the 1, 2, 3 thing. And John Cena has this mean look on his face, and he low blows Cody Rhodes. He hits him with his Rolex, Cody's Rolex. He hits him with a championship. I think he used brass knucks at one point. He was not playing at all and just showed a ferocious, vicious side of John Cena that we've never seen. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. So well executed. One of the best swerves I've ever witnessed as a fan. I just thought it was spectacular. And there's so many different directions you can go from here because it's like, how is Cena going to act? He did a mic drop during the press conference, the media scrum, or whatever they call it, and he didn't say a word. You're going to have to wait to hear from John Cena. I'm guessing he's going to go film another movie, so he'll be AFK for a month or two, which is unfortunate. And I do think Cena's probably going to turn back to babyface at the end of this run. He's not going to be a heel for the next 10 months. I think this is just maybe to get him the championship. And it makes a lot of sense. Even though Cena won the chamber, now he has the help from The Rock. He has the authority behind him. He has the boss behind him. He has everything in his favor going into this match against Cody Rhodes. And part of me wanted Punk to win. I really did because Punk, he's never main event at WrestleMania. It's what he's always wanted to do. And maybe, in the back of my mind, I thought maybe they could do a triple threat. But it looks like we're going to get either Punk and Rollins or Reigns, Rollins, and Punk. But I'll get into that more as we get in the chamber. But this final segment, 10 out of 10, spectacular. It was amazing. It got me on the edge of my seat. I was about to go to work and I saw The Rock come out and I was like, okay, I gotta be a few minutes late if I have to be because I gotta see what the hell is about to happen here. And it was worth the watch. Travis Scott was there and yeah, he was just there. I mean, I don't really know why he was there. I guess just kind of an appearance for him. And we'll have to see because now Cody is the ultimate baby face in this feud. I figure one of them was going to turn heel because it's really hard to do a face versus face match. Heel Cena. Now, the question is, does he go back to Dr. Thugonomics Cena? Does he keep his theme music, even though the people who made WWE theme musics are awful now? There's so many question marks around Cena. Like, what is his gimmick going to be now? Is he just going to be this corporate Cena where he's just like a robot and The Rock speaks for him? What's the deal? I'm very curious, very fascinating with that. I think it's amazing. And we'll have to see where it goes from here because there's just so many different scenarios heading into WrestleMania. I had friends messaging me who don't even really watch wrestling like that. They're like, John Cena turned heel? What the F is going on? Why? Why is he heel? He's babyface Cena. He's super Cena. Hey, this was a swerve that is use Triple H's line best for business because it shocked the fans. Probably 95% of the fans were shocked. They couldn't believe it. The social media talk of this turn was ridiculous. It did everything it needed to do. It's got more fans invested now in Cena, in Cody, and Rock. And Rock was getting a lot of criticism a week ago because that promo was not good he did with Cody. That segment, whatever, it wasn't good. But a lot of fans, including myself, changed their tune after they saw this segment because it was just so well executed. And hats off to everybody involved. So let's talk about the match before this segment, the Elimination Chamber. CM Punk, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, and John Cena himself. We had Drew and Rollins started off. They go at it, both great workers. Priest entered at number 3rd, Logan Paul 4th, Cena at 5th, what I was surprised about. I thought Cena was probably going to enter at 6th. And CM Punk entered at number 6. And Priest eliminates Drew with a roll-up. Man, Drew McIntyre just keeps losing and losing and losing, and it's by roll ups, and it's just so frustrating. I know it's a story, and they're trying to make Drew seem like he's being overconfident, and it keeps screwing him. But even that, like him against Priest, I like Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I'm not saying this is like a knock on Priest. I've said this before, but like that just I feel like Drew deserves better than that. Like that's not a knock on Priest again because he's a former world champion. But it's like Drew's had a hell of a 2024, and you're putting him against Damian Priest in a match that means absolutely nothing at WrestleMania. I get it. I know Tears was saying like, well, Damian Priest cashed in on Drew. They got a little bit of a story here, yeah, but Drew deserves to be in a bigger match, like in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about that. Like, I just feel like Drew's kind of getting the short end of the stick there, and we'll have to see where this goes. But he lost to Jimmy Uso by roll. He lost to Priest by roll up. It's really not been looking good for him. Priest, the next one eliminated. Logan Paul hits a frog splash off the top of this pod. Really dope frog splash. Punk eliminates Logan Paul to GTS. And then we're down to 3. Rollins, Punk, Cena. And this was a good, triple threat in the chamber. I mean, all 3 of these guys went at it. Punk kicked out of a curve stomp. He kicked out of an AA. Cena kicked out of some stuff. And it was just good. And eventually, Cena and Punk, they had a hug and everything. Really cool moment. They hugged and they kind of went at it for a while and it reminded us of their feud back in the day where they had that amazing match at Money in the Bank and so many other good matches on Raw and everything. And it was just good to see them going one-on-one again. We might not ever see that again. So it was really dope, really flashbacks. 2 guys who could still go, even though Cena's a little slower than he used to be, but he still, can get the job done. They end up hitting a GTS and an AA on Seth Rollins. They eliminate him. Seth Rollins is out of here. And Punk and Cena go at it for a little bit longer. They're going back and forth. They're trading jabs. The crowd's electric. They're into, even though this crowd was hit or miss all night, they did not disappoint during this match. And eventually, you see a curb stomp on the outside of the ring. Seth Rollins either is still in the ring or in the chamber, or he snuck back in with the door open. He hits a curb stomp on the outside of the chamber. Cena hits the STF. Punk doesn't tap. He eventually passes out, and John Cena is your winner and your number 1 contender against Cody Rhodes heading into WrestleMania. And like we talked about, like you've all been probably looking up and everything, we all know what happened after this. Great Elimination Chamber match. I thought it was really good. Um, Obviously, I thought Priest, Drew, and Logan Paul could have done a little bit more moves wise. I feel like they didn't really like they had impressive showing, but I feel like they didn't really do too much. It was more about Rollins and Priest, Rollins, Cena, and Punk. And listen, with Rollins curve stomping Punk, I mean we got to see what the direction is, but I think it's probably going to be Rollins and Punk 1-on-1, or you add Reigns to it and do a triple threat. I've been hearing a lot of rumors about that. That seems like this is the direction they're going. And I'm all for it, even though I would like to see Punk get his main event at WrestleMania. This is the direction they're choosing, so I think it still develops into a good story for them. So next we had the Elimination Chamber women's match. This match was very good as well. Liv and Naomi start off the match, and before they even get going, Jade Cargill's music hits. The crowd goes crazy. Liv's sitting there like, oh shit, she's about to come after me. Naomi's kind of looking a little bit nervous. Belair takes off her jacket. She looks like she's about to run towards Liv, and then she goes right after Naomi. Naomi is apparently the attacker, even though I think Belair still had something to do with it. Maybe she framed Naomi. Who knows? But Jade Cargill's back. She beats up Naomi. I didn't really like, I will say, how they just said Naomi couldn't continue. I mean, it's Elimination Chamber. It's technically no DQ, right? So, like, I know that has nothing to do with continuing the match, but I've never seen them really do that before. I don't know if it's really a rule, but it threw me off. Like, why didn't somebody just throw her in the ring and pin her instead of just saying she's no longer able to compete? Like, it just seemed kind of weird to me. But other than that, perfectly executed. Jade Cargill looked great. Her attire was dope. She looked like a badass as she always does. And maybe it's her and Naomi at WrestleMania because Bianca Belair ended up being your winner in this match. And it was a fantastic match. And Naomi got stretchered out. Belair entered at third. She's worried about Naomi. Liv takes advantage. We had Roxanne Perez at 4th. She had an impressive showing in this match. Bayley 5th. And then you had 6, obviously Alexa Bliss, and all these women showed out. I mean, good match. Liv Morgan deserves her flowers because she had an incredible showing. I was glad to see her get a lot of love on social media. Triple H gave her, a lot of credit, saying like a year ago, nobody thought she'd be this great in the ring, and she's been great. And we had Liv eliminate Bailey with the Oblivion. We had Bliss eliminate Roxanne Perez with the Twisted Bliss. Liv eliminates Bliss with a roll up, and then we're down to 2. The 2 I figured were going to be either one of them as the winner of this match. We had Belair and Liv Morgan, and they trade. One complaint I have, and let me know what y'all think about this. I did not like Belair no selling the code breaker twice. Like, she acted like the first time she didn't even get hit with the move. Like, she just no sold the hell out of him. I'm like, damn, is this AEW booking this match? Because that was ridiculous. And then she got hit with it in the end and didn't even sell it really. I mean, she reversed Oblivion, hit the KOD, got the win. 1, 2, 3. I'm happy as hell Belair won. I would love to see her and Rhea Ripley, which that's what we're gonna get. Maybe Io Sky's in it as well. Triple threat. That match will be fire. I'm not gonna lie. That will absolutely cook. I can't wait to see it. They all had a triple threat stare down on the stage, and I still think Belair attacked Jade Cargill. Maybe she cost her at WrestleMania. Something's gonna go on with that. I don't know if it's just strictly Naomi who did it, even though Naomi's gotten a lot of the benefit from that because she got to take her spot in the tag team and got to have the tag team titles and got to be more relevant and everything. Something's going to happen with Belair and Cargill, and I'm ready to see it. Another great story developing. There's a lot of stories, good matches on this card. So the next match, like I said before, I didn't really give a damn about this match. Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus against Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. I mean, it wasn't a horrible match, but it wasn't really too much to say. I mean, Tiffany and Trish get the win with Tiffany's moonsault, and they went back and forth. Trish Stratus still looked good for 49 years old in the ring and appearance-wise, and she got to perform in front of her children. She got to perform in her home country of Canada, so no really complaints from here. So the next match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Match of the night. This match was spectacular. They did tons of badass spots on weapons. They just did a lot of cool stuff. And, Zayn put KO through 2 straight tables. KO hit Sami with a brain buster on a chair. That was sick. Sami went through a table after KO pushed him off to like the top rope, and he went flying through like 2 tables, I think. And then I think Sami accidentally haluva kicked the referee. Lil Nate comes out there, tries to count the pin for KO. KO's pissed off. He clotheslines Lil Nate. A third referee comes out there, and a fisherman twist buster through the table from the top rope. And then Sami gets a chair wrapped in barbed wire, and the crowd was chanting ECW. And he does a blue thunder bomb on the chair covered in barbed wire. And KO, man, I mean, he was taking some punishment in this match. Both these guys were. KO throws Sami to the ring post with chair wrapped in barbed wire, or just not the chair wrapped around barbed wire, but a chair wrapped around his neck. He threw him in the ring post twice, and Sami's neck was cooked. And then KO hits 3 package power bombs on the apron. I think he was originally supposed to hit 2, but the second one looked really odd, so I don't think he hit it. He delivers a third one, throws Sami in the ring, and gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. I'm glad Sami didn't kick out of that. That's 3 power bombs on the apron. I know he's super Sami Zayn at times, but KO getting the win's actually surprising me. I thought Sami Zayn was going to get the win here. Both guys put on a fantastic showing, tons of cool spots. These two never disappoint against each other with their history and everything. And KO wins an awesome match. He goes to attack Sami after the security's trying to hold him back, and I hear voices in my head, and Randy Orton is back, just like I predicted. Even though I thought he was going to cost KO this match, he comes out there, he attacks KO, he RKO's him, and he goes for the punt. The legend killer Randy, the punt to the skull, and the security gets in front of him just in time. Jason Jordan, I think Kenny Dykstra, a lot of other security or agents were out there, and Randy was about to send KO packing. And he did. Great to see Randy back. And, this is going to be a great WrestleMania. I know fans wanted Sami Zayn and KO at WrestleMania, but we've seen it before. Randy and KO, I know they were in that triple threat with Logan Paul, but now they're facing off one-on-one. They have a story there, and I can't wait to see it. So that's my overall thoughts on Elimination Chamber. I give this pay-per-view a high rating. I thought it was a fantastic pay-per-view all around. There were some dull moments like any other show, but they delivered on the stories, they delivered on the matches, and this is really one of the best pay-per-views I've watched in a while. So hats off to Triple H, hats off to Creative, hats off to anybody involved in this show. Make sure to like and subscribe for more wrestling content. Peace.